think art is important even if you're just doodling on a piece of paper. You go into a meditative state in your mind, and it's like it allows you to sort of recalibrate yourself internally.
A recent study found that rural art spaces and galleries are important and successful because they express a pride in community. Our destination today proves this research to be true. Join us here, northeast of Charlottesville, as we explore the thriving and vibrant Art Center in Orange. Come on.
I grew up with artists, surrounded by art. Can't imagine life any other way. I get to meet wonderful, creative people. I get to see children express themselves before they've lost their nerve, and encourage them not to lose their nerve. Something new every day. Literally, something new every day. Just when you think that you've met the last artist in Orange County, someone will walk through into the gift shop and they'll dance a little bit, and I'll ask them, so what do you do? And there I've got another artist, another author, another musician. It's a great place.
Oh, it's so fantastic. Okay, it started in '97, right?
Yes.
What is the mission here?
Basically, the mission is to improve the quality of life in our community through contemporary art, learning it, sharing it, selling it, teaching it.
So give us examples of what people will find when they come through the doors. You've got a lovely shop.
Yeah, a lot goes on here, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. The gift shop is available for any artist from Virginia to consign. Then we're here in the Morin Gallery, named for Bob Morin. He'd been the mayor of Orange. He had Orange Furniture Store here, and he donated this building to us, he and his family.
We have exhibits about 8 or 9 a year, and we do a variety of single artists, group shows, theme shows, every sort of contemporary art we can do. We've been very fortunate that we actually now attract national touring exhibits. And our community is not just Orange, but it's Greene, Madison, Charlottesville, so it works out really well.
The Art Center always gives us something interesting in town and something to be proud of. It's kind of like a hub. There's always something attractive going on here, and it's a space for everyone to come together and enjoy the arts.
So here's a bunch of cool colors up here.
I paint everything.
And what do you think it's going to make?
But sometimes I don't paint because I'm not ready to paint yet. And my mommy tell me that I'm an artist. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, black, and white.
Here's yellow, if somebody wants yellow.
You have really great classes. You have classes for all ages, but summertime, you have workshops and classes for kids. Talk a little bit about the variety of classes.
We're really proud of them. We have a wonderful instructor who, the shyest child will walk in and within 10 minutes will start to take ownership of the studio. They really do.
And talk about the projects they work on. What are they learning?
We have a wonderful teacher. She'll ask them to make decisions about what they're going to learn. They will all succeed because of the decisions that they've made. And these kids produce amazing artwork.
So what's abstract mean?
It means that when you look at it, you can't really see anything that looks like normal things.
Exactly right. Nothing real that we can see. It's not representing anything like a chair or a building or anything that we can really see. Gonna be moving around, doing things that make me feel kind of good, I guess. Speak to me. All right, here we go.
I'm learning about abstract art, and I think it's fun. I like art because it has all kinds of designs. I just like them.
That looks really nice. But you already knew they were great colors together, didn't you?
They have a lot of really fun camps. They're not really like, you have to do this, this, and this, like exactly how it's supposed to be done. You can be creative with the art that they give you to do. You just get to do what your imagination thinks should go on the canvas.
This is so nice and dark and light. Love that.
And what about the adult classes? Because adults, everybody takes classes here, all ages.
The adult classes run through the winter. It's kind of like knitting. You know, you knit in the winter, you don't knit in the summer. Well, adults will start to fill our classes fall and winter and into the spring. We've got our clay studio we added with our recent capital campaign and renovation. It was not a minute too soon. We had clay tucked in a tiny corner, and clay people kind of spread out and get clay all over everything, so they needed a bigger space. And now we have a dedicated clay studio. We have 4 or 5 classes running right now.
Wow.
And they're full, so that was a good decision.
And there are people who've been taking this class for years, right?
Yes.
Since 2003. Oh my goodness.
It's their social life. Their Wednesdays are about Clay Club.
I think people like that atmosphere, right? So they're looking for something that's relaxing and fulfilling after, their long day at work.
I like the working with my hands, creating things, and this gives me a creative release. It's just my ideas. I get to start to finish and finish the piece, and when I look at it, I can say, yeah, I did that from an idea and created something three-dimensional that I can enjoy.
I just really like making art for friends and family, because I feel like it's just a really simple way to say I appreciate you and what you've done for me.
We've come to a place where we have really strong community support here and are serving the needs of the community, which is the goal, right?
Tell us a little bit about this exhibition. It's based around the work of Carolyn Emerson, right?
Mm-hmm. Her paintings were always popular with me and with my friends. And so I thought, let's get Carolyn to exhibit. But Carolyn is a very smart lady, and she's got a lot on her plate. And she told me she really didn't have time. So I would circle back and ask her again and again. She moved to Connecticut, but I still asked her because she still had a following, and she would tell me no. And then I asked her if she would exhibit if we would show her students' work as well. And she said yes.
Yes, because the story behind her,
yeah.
She was an art teacher at, was it Lightfoot Elementary?
She got married, moved here. As she tells it, her garden was in order. She needed something else to do. She thought she'd volunteer in the schools. The principal at Lightfoot made her fill out a questionnaire. And then he came back to her and he said that she should teach art. And so she had experience with painting, with oils, and he took her to the school's art cabinet. There was no art teacher in any elementary school in Orange at this time.
It was just a cabinet.
It was a cabinet, and inside the cabinet there were a few sets of those little 8, the palette of 8 watercolors.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Oh my goodness.
So that's when she began working in watercolor. Because that was all they had. And she taught regular classes to the students at Lightfoot for free as a volunteer. She would also meet weekly with the teachers. In the process, these teachers all learned how to paint. And a lot of the students went on to study with Carolyn after they left Lightfoot Elementary.
Because she inspired a lot of kids. So her work is on the wall, and then all of these other walls are pieces that were done by some students years ago when they were much, much younger.
Yeah, we've got the principal from Lightfoot Elementary's work over here. A lot of the teachers, Judy Peterson was the music teacher at Lightfoot. She remembers it very fondly, but I don't think she's picked up a paintbrush since then. But she did produce some lovely work over here.
Yeah.
The cardinal is hers.
There are just so many types of creativity, and every single one of them enhance our lives, our daily lives, and that's really the purpose of this. The community outreach program is able to go to many different places. We work with seniors from all areas here in Orange, even in Madison, and we also work with very young artists in Head Start, Orange County, Boys and Girls Club. We also work with adult day programs. And that's what I really think community outreach can do, is repeatedly expose populations to the freedom to speak in a different way.
We had a baseball exhibit, and the Alzheimer's group, Arts Fusion, came in with their caregivers, and they walked around, and it was sad. They were very quiet, very subdued, and then one man began to hum, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Oh. And before long, the whole group was belting out this song. There was joy. There was none of that sadness that they'd come in with was here. And they enjoyed the artwork, they enjoyed the camaraderie, they enjoyed the song.
Why do you think the center has been so successful for so long in our little Orange County?
Having Woodbury Forest so close.
Right, right.
There were artist groups on account of that. So there's definitely always arts, always music, always dance, and a wonderful theater. But this place is here because a lady from Seattle, an artist from Seattle, decided to raise her children here in Orange. And she took all that city energy
and put it to good use.
Yeah, she shook things up and got it started. And it's been supported ever since.
And you have a lot of community partners. That's really important too. Talk about that relationship in the community.
It's basically a big empty box without community involvement. The African American Historical Society has been having meetings here for years. They have exhibits, and they have their annual meeting here.
It's sort of their space too, isn't it?
Absolutely. We give people a chance to get started, and they move on, and we're proud of them.
When we first started, we could hardly get anybody to show here. And now we have a waiting list of people who want to. So it's a really good time.